What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet again another video here on Let's Talk Sports. The date, January 12th, 2022. This is the second video I believe I've uploaded on this channel. And I decided to do my NFL wildcard predictions. The playoffs has finally started. I really feel like Week 18 was very unnecessary because half the teams that in Week 18 weren't even going to be contending for the playoffs. So literally, what was the point? I really think Week 18 should have just been the teams that were actually fighting for playoff spots, like the Colts and the Raiders, the Chargers, Patriots, Saints, 49ers. I know they were all fighting for playoff spots, and yeah, I'm just going to do my predictions. Obviously, this is also my opinion. So if my predictions are a little bit different than yours, I apologize. I guess I'm not apologizing for my opinions on the sports world being a little bit different than yours. But before we get into the predictions, make sure to leave a like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. I'm not gonna lie, yet 2021 was kind of a dead year for the channel. Like, I don't think we've gotten past 315 subscribers since quite a long time. It's been a while since this channel's kind of blown up. But without further ado, let's get into the prediction. First game we're going to talk about is the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Las Vegas Raiders. I really feel like this is going to be a very good game. I think out of all the AFC games, this one is probably going to be the best one. This is probably going to be the one I would have I would be on the edge of my seat watching the whole time. You have two really good teams. First up, let me just say congrats to the Raiders, really, for making the playoffs. I have a teacher that's actually a Raiders fan. He was saying the Raiders are dark horse candidates to make the playoffs. Well, he ended up being correct. I can't believe what a year the Raiders ended up having. They had a bunch of criminals on that team. They had to fire their coach. They had to get rid of their coach because apparently he said something very inappropriate about 10 years ago. Yeah, we're going to fire him 10 years later. Or that doesn't really do you anything. But besides that, yeah, the Raiders had a very, very tough season. Derek Carr had a really good season, though, himself. And then the Bengals, Joe Burrow came back from an injury. Obviously, Joe Burrow had a really good year. I think I got him winning Comeback Player of the Year for sure. I don't know. This is going to be a really tough game. I think I'm going to go with the Bengals here on this one. Even though I feel like the Raiders are going to really, really like pull off an upset here. And then again, all 6 of these games could be upsets. I don't know. I don't know who's going to win this game. This is just a prediction. But I'm going to keep it safe. I'm going to go Cincinnati. I think Joe Burrow is going to take down the veteran Derek Carr. Next game here, it is the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills at Buffalo. This is going to be a really tough game. I know the Patriots ended up beating the Bills this year, and then the Bills ended up taking down the Patriots at Foxborough. That definitely, both Buffalo and Foxborough are both very tough places to play. I think Buffalo is a little bit more tougher, though, to play at, in my opinion. Then again, I never really played in Buffalo or New England, so what the hell am I talking about? But I feel like this is going to be a close game, or this is going to be a good game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout or anything. But we've got big Josh Allen. He is back. He's going to show New England and what he's going to do. I feel like he is going to absolutely destroy New England's defense in the secondary. This is coming from a Patriots fan, by the way. I don't know. It's Bill Belichick. He's back in the playoffs. Who knows? Maybe the Patriots can come back and win this game. I mean, it is Bill Belichick. Who knows what he's going to do. However, it's Bill Belichick without Tom Brady. Instead, we've got Bill Belichick with the rookie quarterback from Alabama, Mac Jones. I'm excited to see what he does in this game. But I feel like the Patriots are going to be wild card exits again this year. Yeah, I got the Bills moving on. As much as I want to pick the Patriots, but I don't know. I just feel like Josh Allen's going to be just a little bit too much. I got Buffalo moving on. I'm sorry, New England. In the last game on the AFC side, we've got the Pittsburgh Steelers heading out to Arrowhead, going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, Chiefs, tip my hat to you guys again this year. I know a lot of people were expecting the Chiefs to be really bad this year. I really don't know why. I understand their defense had some question marks. Um, you know, Patrick Mahomes still had a good year in Kansas City. Pittsburgh, on the other hand, they had to fight, battle, fight, scratch, claw, do everything they could to get into the playoffs. But I am so glad the Steelers actually made the playoffs and not the Ravens. Then again, that's another video. I'll get into the Ravens and how every NFL team did, in my opinion, in another video if you guys want to see that. But Big Ben going up against Patrick Mahomes. I know Big Ben, he's hyping this game up. Really, really looking forward to it. I think I got the Chiefs winning. Chiefs, I feel like this is going to be an easy win for the Chiefs. I mean, it's at Kansas City. Big Ben, I don't know. I feel like he's going to be done after this game. This could be probably the last game Big Ben plays in his professional career. Probably the last time we see Big Ben wearing a Pittsburgh Steelers helmet. Still though, Big Ben, great career though. Still had a really good career. But I don't know. I think Chiefs are going to take the dub here. I know both teams are red hot going into this game, especially the Chiefs. I know they had a lot of big wins, even though they ended up losing to the Bengals, and I think they lost Week 18. I'm going to look that up after I'm done with this take. But I think this is going to be a win for the Chiefs. Over the Steelers. This is editor Josh Wright here with my cat. So I looked it up. I Googled it, the Chiefs' schedule, and they ended up winning Week 18 against the Broncos. So that was a kind of an easy win there. But I know they had some pretty bad losses. They ended up losing to the Titans. I know they had some close losses against the Bills. They had a close loss against the Ravens. They ended up losing to the Titans. They didn't even score a field goal against the Titans, who were the number 1 seed in the AFC for. Just a little editor. Chiefs fans, if there's any Chiefs fans or Steelers fans watching, good luck. Switching over to the NFC, we've got the Eagles and the Buccaneers. Tom Brady and the Eagles, I believe this is going to be the third time that Brady has faced Philly in the playoffs. I think the first time was back in 2004. That was a long time ago. That was Tom Brady's third Super Bowl ring. And then, obviously, a lot of people probably don't remember that Super Bowl because it was a long time ago. But a lot of people remember the more recent Super Bowl between the Patriots and the Eagles. And that was when the Eagles ended up winning. Yeah, a lot of people are obviously going to remember a Super Bowl where Tom Brady ends up losing. I think this is going to be a win for the Bucs. The Eagles, going into this year, they were not really expected to be very good, obviously. They were going into a rebuilding phase. They passed up drafting Justin Jefferson, which, come on, Eagles need to do better at drafting. I don't know what kind of scouts they have. But come on, Eagles, you need better scouts. Obviously, they have Jalen Hurts, who's really good. That new head coach that they brought in ended up turning that team around super well. I'm excited that the Eagles ended up making the playoffs. They're kind of, I guess, are they the underdogs really going into the playoffs? I don't really know. But yeah, the Eagles, they were not expected to do very good. Obviously, the Buccaneers, on the other hand, they have Tom, they got Gronk. That's a really good team and put together. Obviously, the defending Super Bowl champions as well. I think this is going to be a win for Tom. Tom's going to move on. And, moving on to the Cardinals and the Rams. Moving on, we've got the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. I know this is the old Rams logo on the picture here, but I don't really care. I like this Rams logo. I think it's a lot better than the new one. But going into this game, it's going to be very close. Rams got home field advantage. May I say, I'm going to praise another coach. I love the Rams coach as well. He has the players back. Did you see the – whoa. Did you see the clip of him? It was in the 49ers game. Like, he was celebrating. He went over to the end zone, and he was celebrating with his teammates as they scored that touchdown. I love that. Gotta love coaches like that have a lot of respect for their players. And, the Rams, they got home field advantage. They are a good team. I think they are a better team than the Cardinals on paper. I'm pretty sure if you ask anybody, the Rams are better than the Cardinals on paper. But you got the Cardinals. They came in, started out the season red hot. They started out going 7-0, ended up losing to the Packers, and then they ended up going like 10-5, 10-6. No, they went like 10. No, I don't know what the Cardinals record was. I think it was like 11-7. I don't know. The extra rule or the extra week in the NFL is the week 18 is kind of screwing me up. But yeah, they started out really good, and then they were cold. They ended up losing to the Lions. They ended up losing to the Packers. They lost to the Panthers. They lost to the Rams. They lost to the Colts. They lost to the Lions. They lost to the Lions before they lost to the Colts. And then they ended up losing Week 18 to Seattle in the Battle of the Birds. But yeah, overall, this is going to be a good game. I don't think it's going to be like a blowout or anything. I expect it to be very close. I have the Rams moving on this one. Again, the Rams, they're a good team. I expect them to play like a good team. And finally, the last game I'm going to talk about is the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Dallas Cowboys. This is going to be a very interesting game. I believe these two, they were big rivals, of course, in the 1980s and the 90s. I believe the last time these two played in the postseason was in 1995. That was every year from 92 to 95 when the Cowboys were in the Super Bowl. This is going to be a very interesting game. I really don't know. I would really want to pick like a coin flip. I really don't know what I'm going to do for this game. I think I got to flip a coin. I really don't know. This is going to be a really tough game to pick. You have the Cowboys, who obviously have not done very well in the playoffs in the last 30 years. So if you think about it, they're kind of the real underdogs going into this. I really don't know. I really don't know who the big underdogs are. Obviously, Steelers, they're big underdogs. The Raiders are big underdogs in the AFC. NFC, I guess the Eagles and the 49ers, of course, they, like I said before, they battle, fight, scratch, claw, did everything they could to get into the playoffs. Super glad that they're here. Cowboys, obviously, they played in a very bad NFC East. They went 6-0 against every single opponent. They had two big blowout wins against Washington, and then the Eagles in Week 17. Or no, that was Week 18. Excuse me. I apologize. The 18th week of the regular season, it does not need to be included. I'm used to seeing teams go like 11-5, not 11-6. That was the record for the Cardinals, by the way. I had to look that up too. Not used to seeing teams going 9-8. Instead, I'm used to 9-7, like it's supposed to be, or 0-16, and instead they're 0-17 now. So yeah, sorry. The week 18, the 18th week is kind of messing me up here, but I think this is gonna be a tough game. You know what? Yeah, I might as well just coin flip this game, because both these teams, they're hot going into this series. I guess we'll have to see. If 49ers, of course, played in a really tough NFC West, Rams and Cardinals. Obviously, the Cardinals were in control of it in the first half of the season, and then the Cardinals cooled down, and then the Rams started to play a lot better. And then Dallas, like I said before, played in a really bad division, And yeah, they had some pretty bad losses too. They lost to the Raiders, I think, on Thanksgiving. But yeah, yeah, this is going to be an interesting game. They also have a lot of good playmakers on that team as well. Um, I don't know what's going to happen. And then of course we all know what Mike McCarthy is like in the playoffs. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna get. This is a game that I'm gonna flip for. All right, guys. So apologize if my hair is a mess, but I got a quarter here, and we're gonna flip for the NFC wildcard game between the 49ers and the Cowboys because I can't make a decision on who I think would win this. So there's the quarter right here. All right, I'm going to say heads for Dallas because they're the home team going into this game. And then tails for 49ers. So it lands on, what'll land on? And it lands on, hang on a second. It landed on tails, and the 49ers are going to pull off an upset against Dallas. And that concludes my NFL wild card playoff predictions. I had a lot of fun doing these predictions. Definitely look forward to doing them next week when we find out who's going to play each other. I don't know who's going to play the Titans game, and I have no clue who's going to play the Packers game. Obviously, the NFL playoffs have been a little bit different during the last few years, but hopefully you guys enjoyed some of my picks. Again, a lot of these were really hard decisions to make, considering that I have no clue who's going to win. But let's see, a little recap I had. The Bengals beating the Raiders, Bills beating the Patriots, and the Chiefs beating the Steelers for the AFC. NFC, I had the Bucks beating the Eagles, Rams beating the Cardinals in a close game. Who knows? Maybe if that game was in Arizona, it would have been something different. I was really hoping the Cardinals would have won Week 18 and the Rams would have lost Week 18, but no, both teams ended up losing. And then because the 49ers, speaking of, and the Cowboys, I had the 49ers pulling off an upset against Dallas on a coin flip. But yeah, that concludes this video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new here, comment down below. Who do you think is going to win every single game? Who do you got winning the Super Bowl this year? And also, make sure to go subscribe to my second channel, the Bill Seaver channel. Link down below. Without further ado, I will see you guys in my next video.